Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon where I'll be talking about the movies, obviously, the TV shows, what have you. I don't know. If it's related to Disney in any type of shape or form, then yes, there'll be a good chance to be talking about it. And since this is something I'll be doing for Disney, I'll talk about Star Wars. I guess it won't be a Disney-a-thon if I don't talk about Star Wars, since Star Wars is become a regular thing on my channel. And we have this bitch over here. Oh my god, yeah, it's like you can't get over it. Oh well, but yeah, Elon Musk over here wants to basically help her out, I guess, with this lawsuit or whatnot. And she was wrongfully terminated. Apparently, or something. I don't get the idea here that she apparently was innocent in all this. So I'm not gonna really talk about what led to this her being fired because you should know about this kind of thing by now because I've discussed this kind of thing before. So basically, he's of course playing the victim card again, which is something I've discussed before. Of course, yeah, she was in the one Star Wars TV show for a little while, and basically it's for discrimination, not wrongfully termination. I'm like, what are you talking about? Discrimination, a wrongful termination? What are you talking about? And this lawsuit that opens with some kind of influence, of course, over Hollywood has been down for corporate America, corporations, men, all that jazz. I'm like, okay, you're going this route, okay? Just because some companies are making a ton of money, that doesn't mean that they're the villain. This is capitalism, after all. If they want to make a lot of money, so what? Anyway, so yeah, this was a complaint that was filed on Tuesday, and the California federal court alleges that she was fired for voicing her right wing opinions on social media. And yes, he goes into the whole thing with that. She was warned not to make fun of trans people. She was warned not to make do any kind of mockery or whatnot. If there was anybody that's doing any kind of discrimination, it was her. She was doing the discrimination, and she was constantly warned to not make fun of people or anything like that. But she went on and do it anyway. But again, this is something I've talked about before. Again, I just vaguely bring this up because I've talked about this before. She felt that she can't voice her own opinion. So if anything, this basically goes on the idea of freedom of speech. What a load of shit. Because just because you have freedom of speech, that does not protect you from being criticized. That does not save you from being fired. You can say whatever you want, sure, but what do you know? There are consequences to your words. You think she would have known that because she's an adult. Well, what are you still in middle school? Is that what this is? Anyway, of course, Elon Musk would come in, of course, trying to make a good on this promise to pretty much help out with the legal bill because when it comes to the whole thing on, yeah, this has something to do with X, like aka Twitter. Because on Twitter, I mean, I'm kind of Twitter because that's what does it. I know he calls it X now, but because this has happened some tweets that was been make fun of the trans people and some other things, and of course, it has something to do with uh, I guess quite a few dark things that were mentioned. Of course, let's leave it at that. But Elon Musk promised to its users, not just her, but just any user. The idea is that if a company sees your tweet, Twitter, I mean, if someone sees, yeah, your Twitters and they didn't like what you said and they're fired for that, he promised that not just her, but just anybody, where they get fired over this, he would help them out, and that's what he happens here. He wants to help her out, of course, and just having some kind of commitment when it comes to freedom of speech, because comes to being a proud provider, when it comes to financial support for this actress, empowering her to see some kind of validation for freedom of speech rights on Twitter or what do you want to call it, and the ability to work without being bullied and harassment and discrimination. Again, that's just ridiculous. No one was harassing her. No one was bullying her. No one was discriminating against her. If anyone was doing that, it was her. She was the one that was doing this kind of a thing. She wanted the people to cave in into her quote unquote freedom of speech. And if someone criticizes her, somehow they're the villain and you're the innocent here. This is just a victim complex, if anything. And the thing is that she basically has something to do with the. I mean, okay, to give a bit more context, when it comes to the when she said something in the lines of that most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers easily ran up thousands of Jewish people, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jewish. And how is it any different for today from political views? I mean, she's really insensitive. That's so insensitive to those Jewish people who were sent to the concentration camp. She was never sent to the concentration camp. She was acting as if that she was on the same boat as they were, which is ridiculous. She was never in that kind of line of light. That's so ridiculous, insane. So again, I already said it. I just said it a moment ago. It's not if nothing, it's just poor me, poor me. Oh, poor little me, poor me. What are you, a narcissist? This always comes off. I can't stand narcissist people. Again, it's just a victim complex of anything. So that'll be it, folks. I just thought it was discuss this because basically just repeat myself same again and again. This how it comes out. I'm just repeating the same damn thing over and over again. It's ridiculous. And it's just that I guess moreover is that it's just that in the long string of posts of which she had, of course, made when it comes to these sort of media users and the positions as far right hot topic topics, of course. And of course, what she said definitely stirred up some controversy, rightfully so. Previously mocked the government and mandates to wear a mask. Yeah, during the whole COVID-19 pandemic, she got annoyed that, oh, I have to wear a mask. How dare you? And Foster suggested that the voter fraud happened when it comes to the presidency, when it comes to Joe Biden, and the fact that the thing was rigged apparently against Donald Trump was just that was proven to be an absolute lie, of course. And of course, furthermore, so it comes to the fact that she was being attacked somehow. What? But anyway, Disney's the studio and LucasArts apparently harassed and defamed her for refusing to conform with their viewpoint when it comes to issues like the Black Lives Matter, prefer pronouns when it comes to trans people, stuff like this. So again, she's not the victim. She's not the victim in any of this. She's the one that's causing some kind of harassment or whatnot. So I don't know what she's talking about really in regards of this. It's dumb. But anyway, of course, she was allegedly fired for her own freedom of speech. That's not true, like at all. And just the thing is that she's apparently